Hello and welcome to the official sample paper practice for the ITIL 4 SDIT certification, Sustainability in Digital and IT. This exam has a duration of 1 hour. There will be 35 questions, multiple choice, all of them with one correct answer. That is, you need to obtain 23 or more correct answers to pass the exam. It is a closed book exam without negative marking. We have listed the source files here for the official sample paper questions and the rationales as well. This is in 4 parts. In part 1, which is the first recording, we will be dealing with 10 questions. In part 2, I will be covering another 10. Part 3 as well, 10 more. And part 4 will be 5 questions, making it a total of 35 questions. So let's start our journey, practicing the official questions and understanding their answers. Question number 1, which is not an aim of the UN Global Compact principles. A, to provide step-by-step approach to achieving sustainability. B, to provide high-level guidance for setting sustainability goals. C, to provide a universal language for corporate responsibility. Or D, to provide a starting point for the development of standards and practices and policies. The answer will be the one which is not an objective of those principles. Now think about option A. Do principles provide a step-by-step approach? Or do principles provide a high-level guidance, some kind of a universal language, or some kind of a starting point? It seems that B, C, and D are connected properly with the principles approach, whereas option A is something which will not be possible through principles. Therefore, A will be the correct answer. Because sustainability is a complex topic and principles may not be able to foresee all situations and provide step-by-step approach for each situation. Whereas principles are high-level guidance for organizations to drive their sustainability initiatives and to set and achieve their sustainability goals. And they give a universal language for corporate responsibility that is understood in 160 countries across the world. And they also give a baseline for standards which the organizations need to comply to achieve the corporate sustainability. Question number 2, where would a procedures-based approach be more suitable than a principles-based approach? A, in an unpredictable environment where there can be one right way for solving a challenge. B, in an unpredictable environment where the circumstances can rapidly change. C, in a highly predictable environment where the cause and effect relationship can be observed. Or D, in a highly predictable environment where there are no effective constraints. Question is making us compare procedures-based approach with principles-based approach. Option A and B are specifying unpredictable environments, whereas C and D are specifying highly predictable environments. Where do you think procedures will be working well as compared to principles? And where do you think principles will work better as compared to procedures? And that will give you the correct answer. And if you think well, when the environment is highly predictable, well-known, then procedures will be better. And when they are unpredictable environments, then principles would be better. Therefore, the answer has to be between C and D, because the question is about the procedures. C and D, highly predictable environments. And if you notice between C and D, the difference is where the cause and effect relationship can be observed or where there are no effective constraints. In option C, the latter part of the sentence is correct, where the cause and effect relationship can be observed. So that makes it a clear environment. And in such an environment, as per the Kuhneman framework, it is important to first understand the facts, sense that is, then locate the rules or a best practice to apply, meaning categorize, and then use them in the next step to respond. So procedures-based approach applies in the clear domain. It provides detailed and clear instructions to follow, ensuring that there are minimum variations in the work performed by the stakeholders. So C would be the correct answer. In D, it's slightly different. It mentions in D here that there are no effective constraints. However, highly predictable environment do have fixed constraints. Rather than saying no effective constraints. In fact, when it is a chaotic environment, then there are no effective constraints. Whereas in a predictive environments, there'll be clear fixed procedures or scripts to apply. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3. Which is an example of a sustainable business model supported by digital technology? A. Use of solar panels to produce electricity for residential and business consumers. B. Shopping bags produced from recycled shopping bags. C. Making some housekeeping services in hotels optional or chargeable. Or D. Use of teleconferencing instead of face-to-face meetings. There are two key phrases in the question: a sustainable business model and digital technology. Carefully at the options or that option where you find something related to digital technology. Is it solar panels, recycling, housekeeping services, or teleconferencing? Though that will give you a good clue. And teleconferencing is a good clue for digital technology. Therefore, it's possible that D is the correct answer. What about the others? Option A is solar panels. That is more like a renewables approach, shifting from non-renewable to renewable resources, which can be done without digital technology or through non-digital ways. Option B, recycled shopping bags. It is an example of closed resource loops, which is about reusing, recycling, and remanufacturing, which can also be done without digital technology. Option C, making housekeeping services optional. This is about encouraging responsible consumption rather than digital technology, and it will help in reducing the carbon footprint. So the correct answer here will be D, use of teleconferencing instead of face-to-face meetings. This is an example of digitization wherein the shift happens from the physical to digital solutions.